Good afternoon, good evening, collective. Welcome in, welcome back, depending on whether or not you're returning. If you're new here, I appreciate you coming in and checking out the vibe. And if you're returning, thank you for your continued support. It really means everything. I've been channeling some messages today and got this really hard sudden push to come and pull some cards and let you guys know, because some of it it seems kind of urgent. Like there's this sort of urgent tone or kind of restless energy beneath it. So they are something about a sudden and substantial windfall of money, an unexpected opportunity to do something that you love, or that have you dreamt of doing, and being able to make it your means of maintaining your livelihood. A sudden outpouring of support. The names Frank, Heather, Julian, Dom or Dominic, Sarah, Wendy, and there's something about the old TV show The Dinosaurs. If you don't know about that, just look it up. There are like little episodes and clips of it on YouTube. Trancing out a lot. Mixed emotions about life in general. That might be coming in very intense waves, with increased internal pressure regarding your truest dreams. Like you're having that urge to invest in your dreams, but you may not be knowing exactly how to move with that yet, or what you can do, okay? So it might be causing a restless sort of energy within you. Something about an imaginary friend, pagan gods, the phrase, I want my mom, or I want to go home. And this one's interesting because the way it came to me was like, you're sitting there, someone in the collective sitting there, and they're going through a hard time and just silently saying, I want my mom, or I want to go home. And this one got me a little bit because it's something that I've been picking up more and more and more over the past 2 weeks. It's like I can hear a female, and sometimes it's multiple females, okay? And it's this heartbreaking crying, almost like a wailing sound. That it's absolutely heart-wrenching. So if you're hearing that, even if you notice, like, I don't know how else to explain it other than you hear your heart saying that, okay? This might be for you. Spiritually or energetically marking someone, the darker side of divinity. I'll get into that in a minute, because that's usually for shadow workers and stuff like that. And then finally getting the nerve to ask for help and speak up on what's really going on in a situation, okay? Maybe there's been something going on that you haven't been entirely honest with people about or something. Let's just dive right into it, okay? We'll see what this is about. I'm going to try to keep it short. Maybe not short, but not, an hour and a half long or anything like that. My hand is feeling much better. So that's a damn good thing. It was driving me insane. That bandage was making where I had gotten cut like really itchy and making my hand feel hot. Alright, 2 of these please to start this off with on why I'm getting these messages today about windfall of money, outpouring of support, unexpected opportunity. Why those names might be mentioned. What's going on, please? Alright, if one doesn't come out on its own, I'm just going to cut the deck and take what is beneath the cut. Alright, I'm not going to take all of these, but I will take Breaking the Circle. Alright. And then there's also motivation and desire to know. Okay, so that might be relevant to someone, but I'm going to put it back. And then let me get one more, please. Breaking the circle. I wonder if that's like breaking the cycle kind of thing. It could be relevant to like finally having the nerve to speak up about something that's been going on and asking for help and being willing to be seen as vulnerable. Okay, because sometimes that's the one thing that stops people. Alright, then we have famine and sickness. Interesting. On the bottom of the deck, we have laziness and neglectfulness. Okay, and that could also be going into having the waves of like disinterest in life in general. When you might be a typically happy person, or you find yourself, being able to cope pretty well with the little disappointments and things like that. But for some reason, it's coming through that it's getting to be a little too much for someone. Okay, and I can't sit there and listen to the collective cry out like that and not respond and not try to do whatever I can to help find some clarity, because I know exactly what that feels like. Let me get 3 oracle emanations, please, regarding the channeled messages for today, please. Alright, we have chested right hand empathy. I know I don't pronounce these quite right. Like, I say chokma instead of kokoma and stuff like that. It's how my brain operates, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and take these. I'm being told, I was about to put them back. I'm being told to put them out because I asked for 3 and 3 came out. So, then we have Raziel, Angel of Mysteries, and Zachariel, Angel of Memory. Okay? So something pertinent to the right hand, okay? I know last night we got a message about something pertinent to the hands, or like a paper cut on the hands. Alright, so we have right hand, empathy, the 4th emanation, the hand that embraces, the healing tears brought on by the forgiveness of sins. Each kindness repaid in kind. Chested's force pulls humanity together, allowing peace to exist between us. This is the power to look inside the hearts of those around us and see that we are truly alike. Our need for love and kindness is an essential part of our existence and transcends all of the differences we might have. The blue orb's embrace extends across all existence. It's at the very center of the Pillar of Mercy, defining its core characteristic and forming an extreme opposite to its female counterpart, Gevura. The 2 arms of the tree expand in opposite directions. Chesed pulls tight so that Gevura cannot push away. This wrestling match cannot be won by either side, yet the struggle itself is meaningful because it is the struggle that defines our morality. Found in kindness, charity, and love. Okay, so that's sudden outpouring of support. Okay, that might be confirming that. We'll get some more. Alright. I know I sigh a lot in my videos, guys, and I know that bothers some people, but when I'm channeling, it's like my heart will flutter a lot, and it kind of takes my breath away. Alright, so Raziel, Angel of Mysteries, the Keeper, the Speaker of Truth. All knowledge is pressed within the binding of his book. He stands at the foot of the Tree of Life and observes the creation. He is the witness and forever transcribing the whole of creation. The book is passed to Enoch through his journey into the Tree of Life. Some things we cannot know. We can know parts of the play, but not the story's end. Secrets and hidden endings keep the performance alight and dancing through the universe. Raziel, wrapped on high, our ever-present observer. We dream and fill Raziel's book of mysteries. Our breath turns its pages. Exhale. A book, a mask, codes. Okay, and then we have Zachariel, Angel of Memory. That one's been coming out almost every reading that I use this deck. Zachariel carelessly winds and unwinds the threads of thought. Memory has no worries or concerns. Okay, the power of remembrance is balanced by the power of forgetfulness. Pouring memory into the cup of forgetfulness makes room for new memory. Zachriel is the angel of all of it, even memory loss. So if you take something with you, you must also leave something behind. The signs are a knot, a loom, and a maze. Okay? So it could be that this outpouring of support, maybe it's something that you're going to be doing. Maybe you have what it takes to, that might be the something that you're really good at, that you've always dreamt of doing, is helping those who are going through situations, helping them find strength in speaking their truth and speaking out, speaking up, and giving them a place to truly be able to do that without judgment, without anything like that. That could be like angel of memory, like you remember what it was like. And the whole thing of the angel of mysteries, I think that goes in with some of the stuff I was channeling about, like an imaginary friend. Sometimes, having that pressure to bring our dreams to life, but not knowing how exactly to do it. And, sometimes that can even lead to such discouragement that one begins to accept that it might be impossible for them. Okay, but it's a double-sided coin, because a mystery is also just as beautiful, because things can happen without us knowing how or why or when, what, any of that. So we're going to dig it some more into this, because we also have, breaking the circle and famine and sickness. And now famine could be like spiritually starving, spiritual sickness. Breaking the cycle is that whole thing of speaking up, speaking out. This is also kind of connecting to the reading I did last night. If y'all want to check that out. Okay, so what is this here? The right hand, empathy. What can you tell us about this, please? The cleanse. Okay. Detox, ridding negativity, purification. It also goes with breaking the circle. And also famine and sickness. Raziel, angel of mysteries. Okay, that's interesting. Kinky ways, fantasies and fetishes, sexually open, looking to explore. Zachriel, angel of memory, please. Oh, I just got something weird. Maybe you're staying with someone and they have like a lot of sexual expectations of you or something. Interesting. And I just had a thing where like they were showing me a woman sitting on the edge of her bed, and she's like crying, and she doesn't know what to do in a situation, because like she doesn't want to partake in something or whatever. That feeling, ouch. Angel of memory, frenemy, fake friends, two-faced, hidden intentions. Okay, so that's okay. So part of the reason you might be wanting to branch out, and that goes in with that vision I was having. The woman sitting on the edge of the bed was like, I just want my mom. I want to go home. Because their partner was like pressuring them to do sexual things, like mainly involving another person coming into the equation, okay? And maybe that's one reason why you feel like some of you feel like you've shut off your support systems and things like that. Maybe it's either you feeling insecure about bringing people around someone close to you, or whoever you might be with. And, even parents and loved ones can get like this. It's very strange. They'll want you all to themselves for whatever reason, be it just the attention you give them, or like a significant other who is like really worried that you're going to notice that the fuck shit that they do, because somebody else is going to point it out to you. Alright, and maybe you've had, when you did bring, girlfriends over and stuff, or even guys, if you have a woman at home who's whatever, and you brought guy friends around, you found out that this person would try to get with your friends, you couldn't trust anyone, stuff like that. These are all very subtle ways that those who seek to control us will slowly whittle away at our support systems and everything. They don't have any qualms for for sudden, and like you go to try to tell them like, you know, you want to leave or something because you know, they fucked around with your friend or whatever, and they end up making you feel guilty like it was your fault that they did it or something. I don't know. That's for someone. Oh goodness. Okay, criminal came out right on top of the cleanse. Okay, why is criminal here? I didn't ask for anything yet. Set it to the side. Okay, set it to the side. I'll set it to the side. Whoop. Learner. I didn't ask for anything yet. So this one goes here. Okay. Alright. Let's get one for Raziel, Angel of Mysteries, with kinky ways, fantasies, fetishes, sexually open, looking to explore, and then we have guide, navigator, progress, direction, and then Zachriel, Angel of Memory, with frenemy, fake friends, two-faced, hidden intentions. Okay. That is 2 here. Which one? Okay, security guard. I'll put this one to the side over here. Alright, so we got 2 off to the side. Alright, let's see. Bottom of the deck, there's musician, composer of harmony, creation, passion, soulful sound, celebration. Alright? Okay. So empathy, I'm taking this as like being empathetic with yourself. Being graceful with yourself. Or people showing that to you, realizing that, you know, you were learning things. We hold so much, and like it's hard to forget the things that led to our harshest lessons, right? It's very hard to just keep the lesson and let go of all those little things because it, you know, they cut deep. But sometimes it's required to detox to be able to progress forward, because this could also be like Angel of Mysteries here, with guide, with fantasies and fetishes. Maybe before you were with someone, or someone did something to you, like you were a very sexual person, and you know, our root chakra is very centered around like our creativity and manifestation and all that. So there might be a mystery playing out of something that will help you find that outlet, not just with another person, but just that sexuality, that, okay. Zachriel, Angel of Memory. Then you have fake friends, two-faced, hidden intentions, and then patrol, keeper, watchman, service provider. So somebody's been watching, somebody you may not even be aware of, but also there's that whole mention of an imaginary friend, okay? And then the whole phrase of like, I want my mom. Maybe one of you has had, you know, your mother pass on, okay? And it could be her presence watching over you, or something else, okay? And they're trying to let you know that, hey, we're here, we see this. This here, the transgressor of justice, prison, parole, discipline, and traveler, seeker of horizons, adventure, experience, long journey, okay? Like, you might be feeling trapped, like you're in a prison, and you want to get out, you want to experience life. You've been through bullshit, and you've learned, okay? And you're like, I want to do something with this. I want to make something of this, okay? It could also be that the security guard here, you might be feeling like whoever you're around, family, friends, a significant other, even parts of yourself, you might be feeling like you have a security guard watching you all the time. Like, they won't let you just be, alright? And that can be very smothering. But I want to get into, like, what is this going toward, though? Because there's... Get this one. This tarot. I want to find out, like, what is this? Oh, Kipper. Oh, we got a knock. We hear you. Alright, I'm going to pull a Kipper. We're going to see. They said Kipper, so that's what I'm going for first, before I get into the tarot. Alright. Get this shuffle real quick. Unexpected help. Yeah. Just have to be honest about it. Okay. So being open and honest, taking the chance of being vulnerable. Alright. Letting yourself be seen as vulnerable. Yep. I already channeled that. Right, why do you want us to know here? Why did you want to get the Kipper out, please? To go with the learner pile, chesed, and purification. Detox. Ridding negativity. Cleansing. Thank you. We've got concern. Okay. For Raziel, Angel of Mysteries, Kinky Ways, Guide, Navigator, Progress, Direction. Alright, Poverty. Alright, that's manifestations. Yeah, roots and material. Okay. For Zachariel, and Frenemy with Security Guard, Control Keeper, Watchman, Service Provider. What do you want us to know about that in regards to... Okay. Occupation. Oh, this is interesting. Alright. And why is criminal here in correlation to this? Why did criminal come out? What context is that to be taken in, please? Alright. We have main female. Alright, and then traveler. Seeker of horizons, adventure, experience, long journey. Ah, Eureka. Okay. I'm hearing you now. Starting to make some sense. A lot of the same similar themes keep coming up in my reads lately, and I don't want to feel like a broken record, but this is also pertaining to the whole thing of the feminine rising. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. The feminine energy can be embodied by both, okay? The feminine body is just a reflection of that, a way to host that polarity, okay, in external expression. Go ahead and get these out because I might want to use it next. Okay. Try not to push this too far, okay? We're at 20 minutes. Not too bad. Okay, so can you please tell me about the concern with trusted, cleansing, and learner, please? What is this? Why is someone... okay. King of Cups, ultimate provider, strong sense of self, financially stable, hardworking, dependable, successful. So maybe someone's getting freaked out because as you come to heal and you've learned to be more gentle with yourself, you're starting to learn because people don't understand sometimes when they're trying to oppress you, they're teaching you all their tactics. And when you learn to start to alchemize things, you learn via the absence of something. You learn what safety is via the absence of it. You learn what true love is via the absence of it. Because what you're experiencing is in opposition to what it is. And so through that, it's like a reflection thing. But let me get one more with that, please. You're learning how to take care of yourself. And they're like, that explorer, they're like, you're going to go explore? Alright, Five of Coins, left out in the cold. Exactly. They're afraid that you're going to leave them out in the cold. Rejection, turmoil, alienated, harsh conditions, financial ruin, loss, change, or breakup. Okay, so maybe they wanted you to feel this way. But here you are. Well aware of the fact that, if and that might be what that unexpected opportunity is like, you've been manifesting this, okay? And maybe some of you, I know this is random, maybe some of you have started to get back into the whole like reclaiming your sexuality, right? Learning to touch yourself in a way that isn't always about release, but about that intimacy, feeling how sensitive and receptive your body is, and getting that feminine energy to come out. And you might notice you're getting more cat calls, and just more attention than you used to, or maybe you're just noticing it because you're carrying yourself different. All right. And for a long time, you may have had people that you were with try to use things that you like sexually as a means of control or abuse, which is really fucked up. But that can also keep us in a state like poverty. Not only is it like energetic and stuff, but your root chakra is very connected to the material world. It's literally how you connect to the material world. Okay. We have Knight of Coins, lack direction, feeling stuck, irresponsible, bored, unstable, impatient, doesn't finish things, stifled. Okay, that could have been that sexual energy. And then the World, end of a chapter, achievement, success, sense of belonging, accomplishment, integration, wholeness, fulfillment, and travel. Okay, so you may have done a lot of work on your own sexual identity without the need for anyone else, okay? Which is very healthy, even for men and women, because you shouldn't be solely reliant on someone else, or have the expectation that anyone owes you something sexual, or that they're there for just strictly that use, okay? It's a very dangerous gamble. We have Angel of Memory, with frenemy, security guard, and occupation. What is this about, please? Oh, don't do that. Alright, that's 2. Let's see what comes out. I'll feel it out. Alright, Knight of Wands, swept off your feet, shameless flirt, over the top, adventurous, rebellious, energetic, confident, charmer, excited, heroic, travel, sexy. The Chariot, blocked by obstacles, lack direction, coercion, forcefulness, powerlessness, facing opposition. Ooh, okay. I'm going to keep that because that is relevant to this. Okay, so maybe you used to enjoy like flirting and just, being charming and sexy, and you had that energy like that, okay? And maybe that's what you're returning to, okay? Sweeping yourself off your feet, whatever. And that might be helping bring in this occupation, this opportunity. All right. So what was previously blocked, where you lacked direction because any type of this energy was done via coercion. You were being forced into it. You felt powerless, and you were being oppressed simply for your sexuality, that's something terrible to rob someone of, because part of having a vessel is, the sexual experience is one of the biggest wonders of being able to feel and hold the capacity of, and building on that intimate bond that leads to that. All right, so with criminal, transgressor of justice, prison, parole, discipline, I think it's intriguing we have security guard there, because this card too is 7 of Wands. Worth fighting for. I think it's in reverse, but make a stand, face it head on. It's my life. Don't back down. Haters gonna hate. Liberty. Okay, so you are worth fighting for. And maybe someone, like, while you've been feeling locked up and everything, there's this presence that's been with you that has been watching all of this. Okay, and they might be the ones that is going to lead you to this travel. This you're seeking a new horizon. You're wanting to go out and adventure and experience that which you've missed out on through all this. And that they seem to be someone of high honor, How many more, please? We have lacking strategy. Two of Wands. Reassess, make adjustments, set goals, define your purpose. Okay? So maybe that's what you've been doing. Been taking time to do that. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. My littlest needed some help. After I paused it, I picked up the cards that fell. We have, with the Two of Wands, High Honor, and Traveler, we have Queen of Wands, stylish trendsetter, charming, confident, courageous, energetic. I hear you. Energetic, outgoing, visionary, strong, sexy. And that was next to reassess, make adjustments, set goals, define your purpose. Okay? Now that you're in this, that you've been reclaiming a lot of this energy. Alright? And then the other one that came out, I was told to put it over here with main female. And it is the waning moon, gaining wisdom. Timing, 3 to 4 weeks. Reevaluate your plans, new perspective, have patience, decrease. Okay, so that could just be as simple as like with the don't back down, it's my life, facing things head on. Okay, this is giving you a time frame. Okay, over the next 3 to 4 weeks. All right. Now that you have this in perspective, okay, and you're starting to understand kind of why these energies are here, what they mean for you, if this resonates, be patient with yourself, okay? Stop entertaining the notion that you're somebody's prisoner, that you've done anything wrong. You haven't. That anyone who tries to say that you're being selfish or wrong or whatever because you are not placating to their abuse, to their bullshit cycles, okay? It's projection, clear as day, okay? And trust that you do have a presence watching over you, okay? And trust that also you do have members of the collective. I know with me, definitely, I hear a lot of you, okay? So, those silent screams that you think don't go anywhere, they are heard. Okay, and if I knew who some of you were, I would, in a heartbeat, be there, okay? Because I know what this is like. I know all too well what this is like. Alright, decrease the load that you're putting on yourself and just be gentle. Like, yes, there are things that are pressing in life that you need to make sure, means of survival, okay? Anything outside of that for yourself or those that depend on you, be very gentle with yourself. And don't be afraid to speak up. If people, I don't care if it's like your kid's school, your parents, your friends, whatever. If something is putting too much pressure on you, you speak up and you're like this. You tell them, don't make excuses for your abuser. Stop protecting the one who's harming you from that which is meant to protect you, okay? You let them know, this is exactly what's going on. This is why I'm struggling. And if, if I'm lacking in any of these areas, this is why, because I'm trying to figure out what to do and I feel alone. It's okay to say that you need some help, okay? And even though it might be scary, because that whole thing attached to memory is like, some of us, when we did reach out and ask for help, the help that arrived made shit worse. But the divine is letting you know, this situation is not going to be like that, okay? And on the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune, decisive moment, chance, life cycles, karma, destiny, good luck, expansion. It's time, fortune, change, and fate. So, this is something that it seems to be, in the reading I did last night, this is something that seems to be like fated, something that was set into motion for you. Anyway, there's a reason for it, and you just trust in that, and do what you can, and don't lose hope. I know that's so much easier said than done, and sometimes it can be so hard to continue and try to stay positive. Like, you don't have to be positive about it. No one said, like, you don't owe anyone positivity or anything like that. It's okay to be hurting. It's okay to be terrified. It's okay, especially when so much of your life has been spent, like, existence is a fucking job for you to be able to get any goddamn thing in life. You gotta be used, or you gotta literally bleed for someone else just to be fucked. Like they want their pound of flesh for any fucking little thing. But whenever it's you that needs something, and suddenly no one's anywhere to be found, and they have all these excuses, and you're just supposed to fucking eat, eat that and be fine. Okay. I'm gonna close out with some spirit animal oracle messages. What do you want the collective to know before we close this out, please? Oh, groundhog spirit, time to let go. What else? Clear out the clutter, frog spirit. Also, be mindful of these animals popping up. Seeing them is also a confirmation, a reminder from the universe of this message, okay? I'm being told to let you know that. Also, the numbers on the cards, like 31, 28, 33, 37, 34, might be your ages or the ages of someone. It did. Antelope spirit, life is speeding up. Okay, so it's not going to be like this for much longer. Just keep up the momentum of staying true to yourself and continue working at letting go of the bullshit that has happened, and just hold tight to the lesson, okay? Hold tight as fuck to that lesson. But let go of the damage. Well, I'm not going to say damage, but you know what I mean. Like, the bullshit that it stirred within you, okay? That made you feel like you couldn't trust life anymore. It wasn't life that did it. It was the motherfucker that's taking advantage of life. And you. And then we had the Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Card number 41. Man, when I was going through stuff and I would pull for myself, I used to get so mad at that fucking card. I would sit there and I would be like, I would be such an ass. Love is all around. Bullshit. Where? Alright, so I'm just here to let you know, like, I'm here. And I know that doesn't mean fuck all when you're in the thick of it, but sometimes it can just help to slow down, take a deep breath, and be like, okay, someone out there does hear me. And if they can hear me when I'm not speaking, then that must mean that there's a whole other wave. Because there's so much more attached to that. It's not just me that can hear you. I can guarantee that. And I know deep down you know that. And I know many of you, we all hear each other. So, just try to remember that while you're in the thick of it. When you're sitting there and you hear that crying in your soul, I want my mom, I want to go home. Remind yourself you are home. Okay? And Mama's right here. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Exactly. Turn what you know, those lessons and the experience, into wisdom that you can bring moving forward, because you have a wonderful opportunity coming in. And it seems like this opportunity, you're going to be able to utilize the shit that you went through. Okay, to excel. Let me get two more and then we'll close it out. Alright. Scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you, exactly. So, don't worry about whether or not you know how to do rituals and all this other stuff, because some of that creative flux that comes through, that pressure to create something, I know, years ago, I used to think, well, maybe I should try doing a spell, a manifestation spell, and then I would get so hung up because I wouldn't know what the fuck to do. Well, honey, you are the spell. You are the magic. You get to dictate. You can sit there and turn brushing your hair into a ritual that is a manifestation ritual, or an abundance ritual, or whatever the fuck. Because you are the magic. It's your intent, what you're wanting, and what you're willing to dedicate to continue to do to work toward that. Okay? So just don't forget that. And then last of all, let spirit be your guide, okay? The hawk spirit. Don't let everyone else tell you you have to do it this way, you have to do it that way. It's okay, there's a reason people do that, and it's mainly for profit. Okay? They have a method and they don't want to lose out, because if everyone could do it for themselves, then what else do they have to offer? You get what I'm saying? Like, they want to make a sort of business out of it. Okay? I'm not here to do that. I want to tell you, I want you to know and remember, because as you regain your power, I regain more of mine, and they regain more of theirs. You get what I'm saying? We heal each other. So I don't want to do anything that's contradictory to that. Okay? I want my cake, and I want you to have yours too, and we can sit there and have tea and eat motherfucking cake. But yeah, let spirit be your guide, and take time to be gentle, to check in with yourself, and yeah, if anything else comes up that seems relevant to this, I'll post it. And please remember that you are loved, and you are so important. You are worthy. I don't care what you used to be. I don't care what you used to do. Whoever you are now. This energy is not someone who's a shit person. This is someone who has purely just been trying. And I resonate so much with the situation that you're in, because I know what it feels like to have been there myself. And there is a way out, okay? I love you. The divine loves you. And I'll be here with you until you're on the other side of it.